this right here, I do think it's going to change the landscape of ranked for ever. I mean, at least I think. I don't know. I want your guys' opinions. But pretty much, chat, here, let me read what it says. The following changes are being implemented at the launch of Season 2 to provide players on console with the option to select the platform/pools they wish to matchmake with. Pretty much what this is saying, and it's the same for both PlayStation and Xbox. You have 3 options whenever you're on console. You can choose to have crossplay enabled or on that lets you play with anybody from PC, Xbox, PlayStation, doesn't matter. Then you could have console only on, which enables ranked play only on Xbox and PlayStation, only on Xbox and PlayStation players, right? Or you could have crossplay off to where you're literally only going to get matched up against PlayStation players only. You will not get matched up against Xbox. You will not get matched up against PC players, right? So now people have this option, but the downside is it will negatively impact matchmaking queue times. So those are the downsides. Is you're gonna you're gonna be playing against Xbox or console only, but your queue times are gonna be pretty long, right? And now, do they think that that's worth it? I don't know, right? There's a lot of people, Joe included, that are contemplating whether they want to make the switch back to console just for the sake of cheaters, because I'm telling you right now,
been on console on and off, right? You keep going back anyways. Yeah.
Trust me, I'm booting that thing up tonight, bro. I got a squad lined up tomorrow. Chris and I are locked in tomorrow. That's how I'm doing that. But I just don't understand the thing, and I don't understand this at all. Why they have the on console only and off. And what I'm really nervous about is it says console only, right? But as we know, you can play on PC, Xbox Game Pass. Does it mean
that's just a visual bug? That was just a visual bug.
Okay, so, but
yeah,
still,
they mentioned that already. Whether you believe them or not,
I just don't understand why anybody would ever. Yeah, I just don't understand why anybody would ever have Xbox only crossplay off and PlayStation only. I feel like that's going to even limit more people from playing console only. Well, I don't see a single benefit to doing that.
I think the only thing that makes sense to me, like just being devil's advocate, I guess you could say, is that maybe they're seeing how many people even click that on. Maybe people don't click it on and they're like, you know what, we'll just scrap the idea. If it's a lot of people, they'll probably leave it on if the queue times aren't insane.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the way to test it versus only giving us the one, and then they'll never give the option a try. At least this way they can go, yeah, we crossed it off. We already tried that before. We're not doing that again.
Right. I mean, they're collecting data.
Yeah, maybe.
This whole thing is super cool. Like, I think right now it's a short-term solution to a longer-term issue that needs to be fixed. Obviously, the whole hacker thing. But the problem with this too, also, it's going to split the player base a little bit for us season, just because if we're putting console players here, PC players here, ranked could be a little weird, or like the top 250 leaderboard might be a little different. I don't know how it's going to all play out, but hopefully one day we can have a day where everyone is back together and there's no hacker issues. But I'm glad that they are doing this. It seems like a good temporary solution to a large problem.
Can I just quickly speak on the cheater thing on console, because it's actually
So what's the deal with that? I was about to get into that.
It's okay. So to my knowledge, might be wrong. One, the only things that you can do are Cronus and Zims. Obviously, Cronus, I got to be honest, if you got to buy a Cronus to control COD recoil, you suck. I'm going to keep it a buck. I'm sprinting at them for free SR, respectfully. Zims, same thing. If you have to buy that to have aim assist on mouse and keyboard, to my knowledge, if you have your PS5 and PS5 Pro as a system update, those devices do not work. You can go, it takes 5 minutes. People just yap about, there's cheats though. Yes, that's 100% cheating. That is not as bad as obviously on PC spin botting aimbot. Not as bad at all. The other thing is, if you have your console updated system-wise, you can look. People that have Cronuses are complaining, my Cronus doesn't work anymore, because of new system updates that Sony and stuff are doing to combat having those devices. The other thing is, there's no such thing as aimbot and walls, to my knowledge, on PlayStation. That is remote play, massive delay, AI computer vision. That is not like aimbot and stuff that is on PC. It is literally computer vision that they have on a PC that scans their screen. So if you see JGod on your screen on remote play, it's going to put up a red box. It's not going to show JGod behind a wall before you see him on your screen. Same thing as it's basically an advanced Cronus of where you're going to get more aim assists or it's going to aim on him after you're already aiming on him through remote play, which has a massive input lag. People do, but they just yap and say, there's aimbot like PC. That's not true. To my knowledge, the same thing as, oh, dev kit PS5s. Yap, if you don't even understand how hard it is to get a dev kit console in general, especially a dev kit PS5.
No,
so
there's thousands
I'm
of them,
sick
Joe.
of the propaganda, bro.
So look, I'm gonna tell you right now. Like I've been actually having this conversation with Stream earlier, and I don't know enough. I'm not educated like as much as you are, Joe, on this subject. But I would say I'm seeing people in the chat being like, oh no, there's hacking on console, and I'm like, bro, like in my head, I'm like, I don't care if they use Cronus, if they use fucking like
still
like,
cheating,
so
though.
what, you can shoot straight.
Still
Yeah, it is
cheating.
cheating, right? But I'm saying I would much rather fight a guy that just can't shoot straight. That I don't care. Like I'm gonna out fucking my IQ's better than yours. Like you can shoot straight. Who cares? Everybody can shoot straight in the top 250, right?
Yep.
Like, but I then to have somebody fucking Mr. Rex spin botting on me in the end game through smoke, literally snapping onto my head, then snapping onto Diaz's head, like it's completely different. And then I feel like it's gonna be a lot harder for people to cheat on console, and it's probably gonna require so many other hoops and fucking ladders to get through as opposed to PC. So I'm 100%. On your side in the sense of like I would much rather play on console even if like right now, okay, cheating is horrible. Even if that's like 50% of that, I might even think about going to fucking console. Like because I'm sure they're gonna find a way to get cheats on there. Who fucking knows, right?
Yep.
But it's so bad right now to the point where I am willing to go back to console. That's how bad it is on fucking PC. Like it is bad. It is horrible. So again, I don't know if there's
Not to knock PS5.
Because-
PS5s are pretty good consoles at the moment. They
bro,
compete
I've
with
been
the
saying it
average
forever. Dude,
PC,
I've been saying
and
it
it's not even
forever.
close.
Like, dude, people don't understand how buttery smooth PS5 and PS5 Pro play the game. People are like, I could never, like, I guarantee you PS5 and PS5 Pro play smoother than a lot of people's PCs. And a lot of people
I think
are like,
it's just
I would never
the
go back.
controller thing. I think that's an issue for a lot of people. Like I would never go because the PS5
They don't like
controller's
the
ass.
PS5. I like the PS5 controller.
Yeah,
I
same.
literally just switched like 3 weeks ago, not for console, but just because it has less input delay, and so I'm ready to go. But okay, that's another question, Joe. You've been on console. How is the input delay on PS5? Is it
takes
super
you
bad?
3 to 4 hours. No, it's not super bad at all. It takes you a couple hours to like feel it. And the problem is, again, but there's a lot of streamers that don't know how to actually because there's a lot of cheese settings that you can do. You have to actually turn off your Bluetooth completely on PlayStation, have to be playing on a USB-C to USB-C cable from the front port. There's a lot of stuff that you can do to make it faster, but a lot of people probably don't actually check online to find the best settings. And I think a lot of people haven't actually give console a chance, but it plays buttery.
Okay, that's was my only concern when it came to console was overclocking your controller. On PC, you get very minimal input lag, and I do think that makes a difference. So I'm curious to see, for example, somebody like me, if I go back to console, I haven't played console since Modern Warfare 2019, original Warzone. How would that feel? Would I feel like it feels horrible, or is it like, hey, after a day or two, you're gonna get used to it and you're fine?
100%, promise. Yeah, because probably would take you 3 to 4 hours and then good.
Okay. Yeah. So look, man, that was a big one that I didn't want to discuss. It's console. Now we did talk about this. Will that make top 250 leaderboards a lot easier to hit? Right. I think that's something that Activision or whoever's in charge, Treyarch of ranked, will probably, be monitoring how much of the top 250 will be console next season. Right. Because then they'll probably fine tune and figure out, okay, how do we make this work? Is there going to be a console only top 250? Is there going to be a PC only top 250, right? Or in between, right? So I'm curious to see how that plays out. But apparently in Warzone 2, console could take off crossplay on ranked. Is that true?
You could have crossplay off even last season on Rebirth, but I could never find crossplay off lobbies in ranked on PlayStation. And the problem was, which I'm kind of scared because they have that like 2 crossplay off feature, is that it was only PlayStation only. So past Crimson would never find lobbies because it was only PlayStation. Now I hope with it being all consoles, there will be players and lobbies. And also, I think that how bad the whole rank distribution is, I'm going to be a 3-stack top 250 against golds or silvers. I think it's still going to be that bad, and I hope that they fail, because I can't wait to die and not have to question a kill cam.
Yeah, that would be great. So like that alone is knowing, like, even after you get used to all the input delay and all that stuff, like maybe it's not minimal, right? At least you know, hey, I'm fighting legit players behind this, right? Even if they got a Cronus, at least me, I'm like, who cares if you shoot straight? Again, everybody shoots fucking straight. Like, is Cronus cheating? Yes, but don't get it twisted. I would much rather fight somebody using a Cronus than fucking, Rex and Reflex spin botting me on ranked right now on PC, right? So I do think that would be a lot less players cheating on console than it is on PC or whatever. So we'll see how that impacts actual ranked next season. So Joe, let me know tomorrow. Text me. Let me know how it feels. We'll see.
Fingers crossed it's smooth, man. I don't know. That was like the number one thing I'm just excited about, just to grind and just not have to die. And every time be like, oh, cheater in the lobby, here we go again. It's over and over. And it's like, it's just good content in general. And I just think I'm just excited to die in a normal way and be like, that guy's just good. GG's.